Check it out. It's your boy Ashy Knuckles Boxing. Back at you one more time, ready to talk about this fight, which happens to be a rematch between two YouTubers. That's right, two YouTubers had a scrap last year around August 2018. And they're two successful YouTubers, one being from the UK and one being from the States. Now, these guys do more than just skits or whatnot. I hear one raps, another one may do skits and stuff like that, but they're very successful at what they do. You know, two of the top YouTubers online. Now, how they met or came about to where they thought between themselves, you know, why don't we fight? I don't know how that happened, but I do know that they actually had a 6-rounder in Manchester Arena last year, August 2018. And the fight ended in a majority draw. All right, you got a guy that goes by the name of KSI, he being from the UK, and you got another one named Logan Paul being from the States. So obviously the majority draw didn't sit well with those guys, and I guess it doesn't do much for their brand, being that they're very successful YouTubers, right? So they're going to do it again for the bag. You know what I'm saying? This time it's not going to take place in the UK. It's going to be in the Staples Center, November in 2019. And it will be on the Zone. Check that out, right? So to familiarize myself with what took place on the night of that fight, I took it upon myself to go ahead and look at that fight. First of all, it was a 6-round fight, and they fought with headgear on, indicative of the amateur style of fighting. But in the fight, you know, I'm looking at, you know, my normal routine, sizing guys up, looking at what they do well, what they don't do so well. And you know what? I can't be too harsh at these guys because it's not like either one of them have this decorated amateur career or an Olympic pedigree. I believe one guy, KSI, he's had a fight before in a similar manner, but the guy Logan Paul had never fought before. So I wasn't too harsh in my criticisms because actually, in spite of not having no experience or having very little experience, both of the guys did fairly well. I mean, it would be better than what I would see 90% of the guys on YouTube do if they were facing the same situation. So, what I did see is that the guy Logan Paul, man, he stands at 6'2". He was weighing like around 189. They both weighed in around the cruiserweight division for boxing. They wasn't at the cruiserweight limit though. They were like in between light heavyweight and cruiserweight. And Logan Paul, man, he had a lot of balance. You know, he stood his ground. And he was popping that jab like nobody's business, man. Stiff, educated jab, just hitting the guy over and over and over, hitting him at will, seemingly winning the rounds easily. That is until he got careless and started showboating and actually allowed the guy KSI to start mounting some type of attack. And for all the conditioning that KSI brought to the table, he would have served himself well if he would have actually led with a jab. But he was leading with hooks. And crosses with overhand rights. The bad part about it is he was telegraphing it. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm throwing the right hand right now. So a more skilled fighter would have, picked up on the timing of that, hit him with a nice, crisp combination and put him down. But like I said, I can't take nothing away from Logan Paul because he doesn't have this decorated career with him being in the game of boxing. But he did handle himself well. He was protecting himself well. He was trying to be as fundamentally sound as possible given the fact that he don't have the experience. But he looked ripped, man, and he looked the part. You know what I'm saying? But he would have more muscles than you would normally like to see on a fighter. And it didn't help him late in the fight. Because he was winning the fight early. He was landing the more telling shots. He was throwing the straighter shots, the more accurate shots. But around round 4, around the middle of the fight, you can see he begin to gas. That's where all that muscle comes into play. Where he's not exerting himself the way he was doing in the previous 3 rounds. And that allowed KSI to start coming on. And it wasn't that KSI did anything that was just abnormal or out of the ordinary to where he was just sweeping rounds, but he was the busier fighter. He was the more active fighter late, and he had a whole lot more conditioning for the long haul. And i.e., he was winning rounds based on activity. So at the end of the fight, when they began to announce the scorecards, one judge scored it for KSI, the other two scored it 57-57 for the majority draw. Now, it's a lot of things both of these guys can do well that'll help them in the rematch. For one, Logan Paul can stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? No need to jump away from the game plan. If you went to your camp or whatever you did to get in shape to prepare for that fight, and they say, you know what, we're going to hit him with this stick, you need to stick to the game plan. No matter how much success you're having in the fight, stick to the script, wait for the mistake, boom, get him out of there. As soon as he overcommits to one of those right hands, good night, Irene. But you just cannot allow the early success to get to your head. Keep pumping that jab, keep standing your ground, and a lot of good things gonna happen if you stick to your fundamentals, man. You got a good jab, you got a lot to build upon, man. You got a lot to build upon. You were stationary, you were grounded, sturdy, and for the most part, you saw the punches coming, which a lot of fighters don't get to later on in their careers, man. You got vision in there, you know what I'm saying? So you got some things you can work on. For KSI, it would do him better if he can actually start throwing some jabs. And another thing, he has a lot of defensive liabilities for all that great conditioning that he has. In the South, we call this windshield wiper hands. You do like this because you don't know how to, you're not prepared to defend yourself when somebody's dictating and being aggressive towards you. It's almost like you almost forget to protect yourself up high, that you do this nervous reaction that we call windshield wiper hands. And he had a bad case of that early in the fight last time out. Now, it probably wasn't to that extent, but that's what we call that. We call it windshield wiper hands. So he can do himself a good favor. Quit telegraphing that right hand, lead with the jab, and actually defend yourself when the return fire comes. And, that'll do you some good. So in the rematch, all things being fair, I see if Logan Paul stick to the script, he should have no problem beating this guy. It's just a 6-round fight. He was doing well early in the fight, and he got away from the simple things that we do in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Straight 1-2, 1-2, 1-1, 1-2, 1-2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. Fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? No need to show flashes and special effects and all that stuff. You don't need to toy with the crowd and do all that flashy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not going to win you no points. If your job is to win the fight, stick to the script, get him out of there, win the fight. For KSI, like I said before, he can do himself a good favor by addressing the defensive liabilities. Lead with the jab, and once you actually get inside, don't be in such a hurry to reset. When you're inside, he got the longer reach. Get off your punches, man. You know what I'm saying? Let those hands go. Don't be so jumpy in there. Once you get inside, work. But I don't necessarily see that happening for him. I could be wrong. I'm going to keep y'all updated. For anybody that's interested in this fight, I know most of the boxing hardcore fans don't know what the hell I'm talking about, have no idea about this fight or these two characters. So if you want to tune in, y'all can tune in too. But as we lead up to the fight, I'll probably go live and do a round by round for their fans. And may the best man win, man. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's going to be on the Zone. And ironically, it's going to be promoted by Mr. Matchroom Boxing himself, Eddie Hearn. But that's all I got. It is your boy, Ashy Knuckles Boxing. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon. Most definitely hit the bell icon. That's how you're going to be able to tap in with me when it all goes down. All right, I'm out of here. If you like the content that you heard in the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and the bell icon so you can receive notifications whenever there's a new video or whenever Ashy Knuckles decides to go live. Also, go by mandatorydefense.com where the ring sorts out the facts for the latest news and updates and views in the sport of boxing. Also, go by facebook.com/come out fighting and like the page. You can also catch up with your boy Ashy Knuckles on Twitter at a puncher's chance. And if you want to donate to the channel and to the website and in general to the cause, look in the description box below. You can catch me at PayPal me at Ashy Knuckles Boxing. That's all I got for you. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. It's your boy Ashy Knuckles, and that's all I got for you. Peace.